What exactly is BTS's Jin secretly planning behind the shadows of New York City lights? Is this just another rehearsal, or a moment that will shake up the global music scene? Could Taylor Swift be involved? One mysterious upload from Woodio's account has thrilled the hearts of the ARMY to the ends of the world. Are we witnessing the beginning of the most surprising collaboration of the year? Or, rather, an emotional conspiracy that has been prepared in advance? BTS's Jin holds secret concert in NYC? Fans are sure he will duet with Taylor Swift after finding the CLUE New York, May 24th, 2025. The city that never sleeps. The lights were on all night. The streets were full of echoes of the steps of people chasing dreams. And in one of the hidden corners of the city, a person whom the world had longed for was standing, with a microphone in hand, his low voice slipping out of the silent studio wall. BTS's Jin, or Kim Seokjin, the worldwide handsome who has just completed his military service, suddenly appeared in a mysterious upload from the Woodio Instagram account, a mascot that has been known as part of his personal project. But this time, no jokes, no funny filters. Only Jin, and a message that made the world pause. Let's sing together. Don't say you love me. The phrase has haunted thousands of minds since it first appeared. Who is Jin? Why did his words sound like a final request, or even a vague threat full of wounds? And even more shocking, behind the casually seated genie's body, the fans with eagle eyes saw something they couldn't ignore. An electric guitar, a keyboard, even a lyric sheet that still seems to be wet with ink. The place that appeared in the upload was later identified by fans as Jimmy Fallon's The Bright Show Band living room, and all this happened on May 24th, 2025. Did I ask this a coincidence? Or are we all being pulled into a larger vortex of enigma? Because one fact that began to resonate from behind the scenes quickly became wild speculation on ARMY forums and the global music community. Jin is not alone. An unofficial source said that in recent days, the same studio has been used by a female musician familiar to no one, Taylor Swift. Are you starting to feel your chest tightness? Is this real? Will the two brightest stars from these two parts of the world, South Korea and the United States, really duet in a secret show in the heart of Manhattan? It didn't take long for the fans to start putting the pieces of the puzzle together. They discovered that a few weeks earlier, Taylor Swift had posted a mysterious photo on her social media account featuring white leather boots and a retro microphone with a cryptic caption, "It's not about love. It's about who dares to sing it." Nobody understands what that means. Until the genie appears. Until the recording room became a silent witness to something unexpected. One clue after another begins to unfold, like the plot of a psychological thriller. The song is predicted to be titled Don't Say You Love Me, a title that is not in either Jin's or Taylor's official discography. So, where does it come from? Is this a new song from their secret collaboration? Or an emotional confession that the genie wants to convey to someone we don't know? The question then becomes even more poignant. Does Jin want to change his image? Does he want to escape BTS's shadow to stand as himself for a moment, with wounds, love, and secrets he has never revealed to the world? And why Taylor Swift? What connects them? Two humans who seemed so far away, but for some reason, now sound like two poles preparing to merge in one emotional outburst. The fans did not remain silent. They searched through the archives of old interviews, matching the time, schedule, to the artistic background. And there was one little forgotten moment. In 2022, in an interview with Apple Music, Taylor Swift called Jin one of the most intriguing vocalists in Asia, although not many media outlets carried that quote. Now, those words sound like a prophecy. However, what makes things even more dramatic is not just speculation about songs or concerts. Except for the expression on Jin's face. He wasn't smiling as usual. It doesn't show the carefree effect or the typical K-pop idol style we're used to seeing. No. He sat, silent, as if he were holding something he could no longer hold. There was sadness in his eyes. There was pain in his silence. I asked this song an apology? Is this a dedication to someone who once loved him secretly? Or is it a farewell, and why should it be done in secret? Why is there no official announcement from HYB, from Big Hit, or from any media? Why New York? Why not Seoul? Why with Taylor and not his bandmates? They say, a real artist does not need a big stage. But this time, perhaps what Jin needed was a quiet space to convey something too personal to share at a stadium concert. And Taylor Swift, who has long been known for her honest, broken, and bold confessional songs, is probably the only one who understands. Are you ready if this is the first time we see a genie singing about something that really belongs to her? Not for the fans, not for BTS, not for the label, but for himself. And if the duet does happen, then we will not only witness a transcontinental collaboration, but also a meeting of two souls who have both lost something they love. Jin, with the loss of time due to conscription and the pressure of fame. Taylor, with wounds that he turned into poetry. If they come together in one song, who is ready to cry first? As of now, there is no official confirmation from Jin or Taylor. However, rumors about a secret concert in NYC are heating up. Some fans even claim to see a mysterious poster in the Brooklyn district that read, "The Moon Meets Folklore One Night Only." Is there anything more thrilling than two worlds colliding in silence? And when the genie sings, "Don't say you love me," can it also mean "don't love me if it's just to leave me"? Is this the song that will mark Jin's rise as a soloist, or rather, the last moment before he disappears back behind the stage? One thing is for sure, if this secret concert is true, then it will be an unforgettable night in the history of music. A night where there are no spotlights, no big commercials, just sound and honesty. We've waited too long for Jin to come back. But no one was ready for the way he came back, with injuries, with a voice, and with someone who might be the most unexpected of all people, Taylor Swift, S.O., who will show up first. Jin? Taylor? Or the truth? You may ask, why does the world seem quieter these days, even though the sky remains clear and music continues to play everywhere? Probably because we all silently waited for one inaudible voice for 2 years. Jin's voice. And now, when he finally shows up, why does it feel like a sign that something is about to change forever? It's not just about the song. It's not just about the comeback. It's more than that. It's about the hidden message behind each tone. It's about a person returning from silence, not to cheer, but to whisper something that he has been keeping tightly inside himself. The photo of the humble Woodio has now been analyzed hundreds of times by fans. Some enlarge the reflection of light in the studio window glass. There are those who try to read the faint handwriting on the music paper that appears next to the keyboard. In fact, there is an army that is sure that a faint shadow of a person is seen standing outside the frame, and the figure, they say, has long blonde hair. Could it be Taylor? Is this all just a collective imagination of fans who miss their idols? Or rather, that's what that means. And if it's true that Taylor Swift is there, what are they talking about? Songs? Love? Lost? One sentence in Woodio's post seemed to echo endlessly. Let's sing together. Don't say you love me. A sentence that looks sweet, but feels like a knife. Did I ask this an excerpt from their new song? Or a final request from the genie to someone who once promised or something? Secret concerts in New York are no stranger. But when a star of Jin's class chooses to appear secretly after a long absence, the world has the right to ask, who is he looking for? Who is he hiding? Especially if it is true that this concert will not be broadcast, there will be no tickets, and will not be announced publicly. A show for someone or something, not for millions of fans. This is not the usual Jin. This is not a man who always laughs at the camera, throws jokes, or greets fans with a big smile. This is the silent genie. Jin Young chose the song with the lyrics, "Don't say you love me." Jin Young sits alone in the middle of the studio, like someone who is waiting for a reply that does not come. I ask this a form of silent resistance to an industry that has been silencing the emotions of its artists? Or a confession that he was hurt, and if it's true that he's about to perform a duet with Taylor Swift, a singer known for songs about love and betrayal, then there's something much bigger going on. Taylor is known to be selective in collaborating. He never chose a duet partner. And the genie, with all the mystery that enveloped her, suddenly appeared in the same orbit. Could it be that Taylor was attracted not only by Jin's voice, but also by his injuries? Because of a story he never told the world. There is a theory circulating in the ARMY community that the song, "Don't Say You Love Me," is Jin's reply letter to someone in the past. a secret love, or a relationship that can never be explained due to career restrictions, privacy, and industry demands. Does Taylor Swift, who also often writes about forbidden love, feel an emotional connection to the story? Is this collaboration actually more personal than professional? And even more touching, some fans noticed that Woodio's upload date, May 24th, 2025, is the 500th day since Jin. After the mysterious upload from Woodio went viral, thousands of comments exploded in just minutes. However, this is no ordinary reaction full of love emojis and compliments. The comments were full of fear, confusion, even restrained anger. Many write with a shudder, as if they felt something was wrong from the very beginning. I feel like Jin is delivering a farewell message. Why does everything feel dark even though he smiles in the photo? Why didn't HYB say anything? Why isn't Taylor responding to anything? It's not just a song teaser. It feels like a confession. Some soldiers even claim to have nightmares after seeing the photos. The same dream. Jin sat alone on a studio bench with a microphone hanging in front of his face. Inaudible sounds. Just a lip gesture that says, "Don't say you love me." A TikTok account with millions of views features a compilation of genie expressions from the past to the present. At the end of the video, a close-up of Jin's face from Woodio's upload is seen, overwritten by dramatic text. You can smile, but your eyes can't lie. Visual clues. What really happened in that studio? Let's retrace the photos that are at the center of speculation. In one of the pictures, it appears that an old acoustic guitar is leaning against the wall. Nearby, a modern keyboard, a striking contrast. What do these two symbols mean? Music of the past and the present? Or two worlds that will unite in one song? But what makes goosebumps even more is a small piece of paper in the corner of the studio table. If zoomed in, it looks like handwriting. The things we never said. This phrase was never mentioned by Jin before, not in songs, not in interviews, not even in any posts. But fans were quick to respond. This sentence is exactly the title of Taylor Swift's old demo that was never officially released. How could that sentence appear in the studio occupied by Jin? Is Taylor in the room? Or did they secretly record that song? And when someone noticed that the wall clock in the photo shows 11:13, Swifties fans immediately panicked. 13 is Taylor's iconic number, while 11, it's Jin's birthday. I ask, this just a coincidence? Are there too many coincidences to be considered real? HYB internal conflict? We weren't told anything. One K-pop insider, who is known to be credible in the Korean online community, wrote something surprising. I don't know what Jin is preparing, but obviously, even some of HYB's staff were surprised by Woodio's post. They said they weren't told anything about this project. If this is true, then it could be that Jin has been planning something outside of HYB's official system. A personal project, a confession, or escape from pressure. It is possible that the genie felt that the time to convey something was getting narrower. He once said, "I don't want to wait until it's all over to tell the truth." Is this the moment? Is this duet not just a song, but a statement? And if Taylor is really involved, could it be that she is the only one whom Jin trusts to convey his feelings? Swifties and ARMY unite. We are ready, but we are not ready. The global community is now torn between panic and hope. Swifties began to speculate that Taylor had been giving hints for a long time. In her last concert, she wore a pale purple dress adorned with tiny stars, a genie's signature color, and a symbol she often uses. At that time, many thought it was just fashion. But now, fans from both fandoms began putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And the more they find, the more emotional everything becomes. They no longer ask, is Jin going to duet with Taylor? But, is this the song that will change the way we look at Jin over the years? Some even refer to this possibility as the last song of the real Jin. Sentences that make the heart beat faster. Unanswered questions. Why did Jin choose to convey his message through music instead of interviews or live broadcasts? Why hasn't Taylor Swift given a single reaction when she is usually quick to greet her fans? What is the meaning of "Don't Say You Love Me"? Is this about love, friendship, or fans? Would HYB try to stop this project if it were actually done outside their system? And the most suffocating, is this Jin's farewell song? This news still leaves us 1,000 words